In earlier years, lawyers used to bill for work done by saying legal services rendered. It almost sounds like a meat plant. You're rendering the beef or something. But that's how it came out on paper. Or legal services, $1,000 or whatever the number was. That's how it was described. And then somehow the insurance companies got involved and wanted to know what the lawyer was doing for the benefit of the client that they were paying the bill for. So now you got down to thinking in terms of keeping track of your time. Well, what used to be sort of a time management practice, keeping track of your time so you know what you did, when you did it, for whom you did it, and so forth, but not as a billing mechanism, turned into a billing or pricing mechanism. And in today's world, we see that changing a little bit. There's still a lot of resistance to move away from the billable hour, but there's some movement to go to what's called alternative billing methods or fixed fee arrangements and so forth. But even here, you have to keep track of your time. There are a number of reasons why you need to keep track of your time, even in a fixed fee arrangement. One, as I mentioned, it's a management tool to see who does what for the client within your law firm. So you know how much people are working, how hard they're working, and so forth. Another reason is that, you know, the judges on the bench tend to be a little bit older than lawyers. As an example, there's a 5-year minimum requirement before you can get onto the bench. So they tend to be a little bit older. These judges still are imbued with the practice of billing and collecting and getting paid based on the billable hour. So if you have to come before a judge to justify a fee, whether it be in a fee dispute or in a bankruptcy proceeding where you have to get your fee approved or in any other fashion, time is going to be an element that may come up in question. There's a case out of New York right now that I read within the last couple of weeks where the judge threw out a fixed fee arrangement that was accepted by the attorney and the client because it was not based on time. Well, that was the whole point. The lawyer in the law firm did their best to reduce the exposure of the client and make as much money for the firm as they could, and they succeeded. But the judge threw it out and said, no, we're going to go based on the billable hour. That case is going to go up on appeal, I'm sure. But what I'm saying is that some judges are going to look for the billable hour. Another aspect, another reason for keeping track of your time is to show your client what you did, if they ever ask. If they want to see, well, gee, if I had done this on an hourly basis, because I'm going to have other cases down the road, would I have been better off or not? And now you can have that kind of a discussion with the client without a dispute involved, but you can have a meaningful discussion. So there's really a number of reasons why you should keep track of your time, even if you are on a fixed fee contract. Thanks for joining us today. Obviously, there's much more that can be said on this subject, and on a lot more subjects that will help you become more efficient in the delivery of your legal services, more effective for your clients, and therefore more profitable for you. If you've got any thoughts about what we've discussed here, please let me know at edpoll@lawbiz.com or 800-837-5880. And if you have other ideas and topics, challenges that you'd like us to address in future editions of this series, please let me know as well. Thanks for joining us today.